So if you are a business owner who wants to add your customer details to your email marketing platform on invoice payments automatically, then this video is very helpful for you. Hello everyone, I am your host Ayushi Karasethia and welcome back to our channel Pabbly. In this video, we are going to learn how you can add customer in SendFox subscriber list on invoice payments automatically. So first let us understand what these software applications are all about. So Razorpay is a commonly known payment gateway and SendFox is an email marketing platform. So the idea here is that you are a business owner who is selling your products and services online and using Razorpay account for creating the invoices and collecting the payments. Now you have created an invoice using your Razorpay account and you have shared that invoice with your customer. Now you want that whenever any of your customer makes the payment to your Razorpay account and you receive the payments in your Razorpay account, automatically the customer should be added to your SendFox subscriber list. For this, we need to create a connection between Razorpay and SendFox so that whenever the payment is received, automatically the same customer is added to your email marketing platform so that you can send your business promotion offers and messages to your customers. For creating a connection between Razorpay and SendFox, we are going to use a software application named Pabbly Connect. So basically, Pabbly Connect is an automation and integration software which will help us in integrating both these software applications automatically. The best part here is it doesn't require any coding skills or programming knowledge. Even a non-technical person can use this software application very easily. So let us learn the integration process now on my screen. So welcome back to my screen. Here let us type Pabbly, pabbly.com in our browser. This is the website of Pabbly. Here we have to come to products and click on Pabbly Connect. This is the landing page of Pabbly Connect. As you are the first time user, you have to click on sign up for free option and you can create your own account in just 2 minutes. And you are going to get 100 tasks free every month. As I already have an account with Pabbly Connect, I'll simply click on sign in. In the All Apps section, come to Pabbly Connect and click on Access Now. This is the dashboard of Pabbly Connect. Here we have to create a workflow. For that, come to this plus sign and click on Create Workflow. Now here we have to give a name to the workflow. So let us give the name as Razorpay to SendFox Integration. Here you can give the workflow name as per your requirement and simply click on Create. Now here we can see a trigger window and an action window. So Pabbly Connect works on the concept of trigger and action. Trigger means when this happens, action means do this. So in this use case, we want that whenever the invoice is paid in your Razorpay account, automatically the customer should be added as a new contact to your SendFox subscriber list. So let's open this trigger window and choose the application name as Razorpay. Select the trigger event as invoice paid. Now here we can see a webhook URL and some instructions. So by following these instructions, you can set up the webhook in your Razorpay account. So I'll just copy this webhook URL from here and I'll take you to my Razorpay dashboard. And here when we scroll down, we can find the settings option. Simply click on settings and click on webhooks option over here. Now here we can see various webhooks are already added. Now we are going to add a new webhook to this particular automation. For this, click on this plus sign, add a new webhook. Here we have to paste the webhook URL which we have copied from Pabbly Connect. And here we have to select the active events. So let us select the active events as invoice paid. So whenever the invoice is paid, then only the trigger is going to run. Okay. And let's click on create webhook. Okay, webhook saved successfully. So the webhook is saved. Now the trigger is going to run whenever a payment is received in our invoice on the Razorpay account. Let's move back to Pabbly Connect and here we can see that it is waiting for the webhook response. So in order to capture the response, we have to do a test submission. It means we have to pay an invoice in our Razorpay account. Okay. For that, I'll just take you to my Razorpay account once again. And here we are on the invoices section where I am creating a new invoice. Okay. I have given the invoice number as 855. This is billed to Ashi Rai. Okay. And here we can find her email address. The issue date is 15th April and the expiry date is 16th April. The description of the product is camera. This is the rate, quantity as 1. Here we can find the total amount, and here I have mentioned some notes. Okay. So why we are creating an invoice? Just because whenever the payment will be made on an invoice, then only the trigger is going to run. So we are going to just issue an invoice for the testing purpose. Let's click on finalize and issue. Now send invoice and payment instructions to this particular contact number or on the email address. You can select it as per your requirement, and let's click on issue invoice. Okay, and here we can see that the invoice is issued. Let's click on the payment link. I'll just copy this payment link and I'll just open it in a new tab so that we can make the payment for this invoice. Okay, so here we can find the invoice details. Now let's click on proceed to pay. Let's give the contact number over here. Email address as shikhaarya25@gmail.com. Okay, let's click on proceed. Okay, I have added plus sign one also. Let's click on proceed. And here I'm just selecting the payment method as card payment. And I'm entering the test card details over here. Card holder name as Shikha. And let's enter the CVV and click on pay. Okay, let's enter the OTP over here and click on submit. Okay, and here we can see that the payment is successful and the invoice is paid. Now let's move back to Pabbly Connect. And here we can see the responses received, and here we can find all the details of the payment and the customer is captured over here. Okay, let's scroll down. Here we can find the amount. Okay, and here we can find the card details. Okay, the card name, and here we can find the details of the card, and here we can find the customer details, email address and the contact number, and all other details related to the payment and the customer are captured over here. And here we can see that the customer name is captured all together, that is Ashi and Rai. But for creating a contact in SendFox, we need the first name and the last name separately. So we are going to just separate the first name and the last name from the customer name. For that, come to this action step. Choose the application name as text formatter. Select the action event as split text. Click on connect. Now it is connected. Here we need to map the text which needs to be splitted from Razorpay, and let us map the name of the customer, that is Ashi Rai. Here we have to give the separator. So let's give the separator as space only. So I'm entering the same over here. And here we have to select the segment index as all and click on save and send test request. Okay, and here we can see the responses received, and in the response we have got the first name and the last name separately. Now we want to create a contact in our SendFox account. For that, click on this plus sign, add action step. Select the application name as SendFox. Select the action event as add contact to list. Click on connect. Click on add new connection. Now it is asking for the token. Enter your personal access tokens. Log into your SendFox account and you can find the personal access tokens from the settings and API. So let's click on API and we will be redirected to our settings page of our SendFox account. Okay. And here we have got various personal access tokens. We are going to just create a new one by clicking on this create new token button. Let's give a name to it as Razorpay Payments. Click on create. And here we have got a token. Let's copy it and we have to paste the same over here in Pabbly Connect. And let's click on save. And now the SendFox account is connected to Pabbly Connect just because I was already logged into my SendFox account. So make sure before creating a connection you are logged into your SendFox account. Now here we have to select the contact list. So as we have created a connection between SendFox and Pabbly Connect, all the list names that we have created in our SendFox account are captured over here. Okay, as important list, Google Sheets, Sunshine, and many others. So let's take you to my SendFox account. So this is my SendFox dashboard. Here we'll be moving to the list option. So you can see I have created various lists over here. So now I want to add a new contact to this important list. So I will be selecting the same list name over here in Pabbly Connect also as important list. Now here we have to give the first name, last name and email address of the customer that we have already received from the Razorpay trigger step. Okay, from here. So we will be mapping these details now. Let us map them one by one. First, let us map the first name which we have got from text formatter, that is Ashi. Then we will be mapping the last name, that is Rai. And at last, let us map the email address from Razorpay. And let us find the email address as shikhaarya25@gmail.com. And let's click on Save and Send Test Request. Okay, and here we can see the response is received. It means a new contact is added to our SendFox list. So let's check our SendFox account. We have to just refresh it. Okay, and here we can see a new contact created. The email address is shikhaarya25@gmail.com. Here we can find the first name as Ashi and the last name as Rai. So in this way, we can see that our integration is working fine. Let's move back to Pabbly Connect and let us save this workflow first. Data saved successfully. Okay. Now, as we have created an automation between Razorpay and SendFox, next time whenever any of your customers is going to make a payment for a specific invoice, automatically the customer will be added to your SendFox subscriber list or the contact list. So let us check this in the real time that whether our integration is actually working fine or not. For that, I'll just take you to my Razorpay account once again where I have already created an invoice for Gary Monroe. Okay, so let's copy this payment link from here and let us open it in a new tab so that we can make a payment for the invoice. Let's click on Proceed to Pay. Here, let us enter the details. Email address as Gary Monroe 677@gmail.com. Let's click on Proceed. Let us select the payment method as card payment. Let us enter the details over here. And I'm just giving the card details. And cardholder name as Gary. And let us give the CVV code over here and click on Pay. Let's enter the OTP and click on Submit. Okay, and here we can see that the payment is successful. So now let us check whether Gary is added as a new contact to our SendFox contact list or not. We have to refresh our SendFox account. Okay, and here we can see that Gary Monroe is added as a new contact to our SendFox subscriber list. First name as Gary and last name as Monroe. And here we can find his email address. So in this way, we can see that our integration is perfectly working fine. So let's move back to Pabbly Connect and I'll just minimize all these windows and let us see in a nutshell whatever we have done till now. Okay, I'll just minimize this action step as well as the trigger window also. So first we have created an integration between Razorpay and Pabbly Connect. Then Pabbly Connect has captured all the details of the customer and other details of the payment whenever the invoice was paid by the customer. Then we have used the text formatter just to split the name of the customer because we have got the name all together. But for creating a new contact in SendFox, we need the first name and the last name separately. And by using all these details, automatically a new contact was added to your SendFox contact list. And in this way, we have created a successful integration between Razorpay and SendFox using Pabbly Connect. So not just these software applications, you can integrate a ton of applications and automate your business using Pabbly Connect. In case of any queries, you can visit our Pabbly forum. To check the pricing details of Pabbly Connect, you can visit this particular URL. Also, the link of Pabbly Connect and this workflow is available in the description box. You can clone the same workflow into your account directly. If you really like this video, please comment, share and subscribe. Thank you everyone.